Hello, in this video I want to talk to you about trading 20-minute binaries over on Nadex. Nadex has 20-minute binaries, so if you log in and here on the left click on 20-minute binaries, they only trade indices, or they only allow you to trade indices. US Tech 100, which is the Nasdaq 100 futures, US 500, which is the S&P futures, US Small Cap 2000, which is the Russell, and Wall Street 30, which is the Dow futures. I'm going to click on the US 500 since that tends to be the one that most people trade. So if I click on that, it's going to bring up the different things that I can trade for this 20 minutes. Now, it's a 20-minute trade in the sense that if you enter right at, in this case, at 11 o'clock, it's a 20-minute trade. However, on Nadex, their 20-minute trades are always going to expire on the 20-minute increments. So they're always going to expire at 20 after, 40 after, and top of the hour. So the only way to get an actual 20-minute trade is if you trade exactly when the market or when that particular contract opens. So you can turn this 20-minute contract into a 5-minute contract if you decide to trade it at, say, 11:55. You can trade it in, turn it into a 7-minute contract trade if you trade it at 11:13, and so forth. So the time left here, which is freaking out right now, but time left here, the 18 minutes, is what you want to look for. So in this particular case, if I entered this trade, it's not a 20-minute trade. It's actually only an 18-minute trade. So if you're used to the scammy binary options places overseas, it's going to be a little different than that. So keep in mind, anytime that you can trade 1 minute and 5 minute and 15 minute over on Nadex, but you have to always base it on when the actual contract expires. So this is not a 20-minute trade. So if I enter this trade at 11:02, it's not going to expire at 11:22. It's going to expire at 11:20. So it turns into an 18-minute trade and so forth. So I'm going to go ahead. Market's at 21.95. I haven't looked at the market again. This is just for training purposes. Isn't really based on any system or anything I have. So I'm going to go ahead and place a trade just to show you a buy trade. I clicked on the offer side, and the ticket will pop up. Again, it'll tell you exactly how much time is left. It'll tell you the contract that where the market has to be. So I'm going to be buying it, what I'm going to be paying for it, and I can click in my size. I'll just click in, just for different sakes, I'll click in 10 there, and I'll change the price to 70 just because the market's moving. Now, I hit 70 even though the market's only at 64. If I click on purchase, let me go to my open positions here. You will see me filled, even though I put 70 in that box, you'll see me filled at 68.75. So I was filled at the best price possible, but my limit was $70. So they wouldn't have filled me if the market suddenly jumped to 71 and I could not get filled. So 21.94.50. It expires at 11:20, which means I have 16 minutes to go in this particular trade. I had 10 contracts, and the market is currently 21.95. So it's currently in the money. But let's say I wanted to take profits in this case, or some of the profits. Say looks pretty good, but I want to take some of the profits off the table. All I have to do is click on that open position. Again, the ticket will pop up. It's always going to pop up in the opposite direction that I am. So I had originally had a buy trade. This is a sell trade. So I can change this size. So instead of exiting all the positions, I can exit, say, 5 of the positions. Hit size of 5, hit place order, and you will see that I only own 5 contracts now. So they exited me out of 5 trades. And I believe I got a few dollars profit on that particular trade. I can also let this contract expire for the next 15 minutes and just let it go there. So if I ever want to, And let's say I wanted to exit the positions at different amounts. So since I have multiple contracts, you can do this. Obviously, you couldn't do this if you only had one contract. But in this particular case, let's say I want to sell 2 positions, and I'm willing to sell those out at 80. So if the market hits 80, I will get out of those 2 positions, which would mean I would still have 3 positions left. So you can see the current market's at 70 and 25 cents. I'm willing to get out at 80, and then I could leave the other 3 in there for the rest of the trade if I wanted to. So you can kind of scale in, scale out of Nadex as well. But this is the 20-minute binaries over at Nadex. Again, I've traded Nadex for many years, so feel free to ask me any questions that you have on it. I wish you the best. Take care.